Hi, Maria here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm excited to show you one of the Christmas palettes that I have recently acquired. So for some of you, you may have watched my which palette, Christmas palette should I choose video, where I just kind of highlighted a few of the palettes that I was potentially interested in. Now since then, several of those palettes have come out and I've been able to swatch and check them out. One that wasn't actually, I ended up picking up two products that weren't on my list. The first one, which is the one I'm going to be sharing with you today, is Le Grand Chateau by Too Faced. My friend Lori, she gifted this to me, which I thought was very generous and wonderful of her. So I'm so happy to have it. Now this is the box that it comes in. It retails for $49 US and $65 Canadian. So a little bit of a price jump for us Canadians, but hey, it's a beautiful palette. So this is the box it comes in, and that's what it looks like on the back. And what you get are three separate little palettes, which I'm going to show you right now. So the packaging with Too Faced is always just stellar for Christmas. So if you were going to gift this, it basically comes gift wrapped for you. It's really sweet box. But then inside that box is this. I can't help it. I absolutely love this. Like, you know, I never got to play with a dollhouse as a kid. I always loved them. I was a freak about playing with Barbies though. And this to me is just the sweetest little package. I love it. So the lid comes off and like the detail on it, like all the way around, and it's got gold. I just think it's super cute. So take the lid off and then your palettes are inside and it has a magnetic closure. And there you have it. Now, when you take out your palettes, or inside, you get three separate palettes, and there's a Better Than Sex mascara in there, just a sample size, deluxe sample size. But look at the detail on this. So as far as giving a girly gift to a girly girl, this is awesome. So again, thank you, Lori. So I'm going to show you these three palettes today. We'll just kind of go through and then I'll do a demo using, I kind of use a little bit from each one of them. So we'll start with the pink one. Each palette comes with 6 eyeshadows, and then 2 of them come with a blush and 1 comes with a bronzer. So this is the bronzer. You know what? I'm not going to swatch all the colors because honestly, there's so many videos out there where they are swatched, and I also show you how they perform on my eyes. So I'm not going to go through and show you all of them. They're all satin except for this, or satin or shimmery, except for this color here, Amore. And that's a matte kind of cream color. It's very similar to me to the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, the coconut shade, very similar to that. So it's beautiful as far as a brow bone highlight. It's such an awesome shade, love it. Yeah, and they're excellent quality. Like, I can't complain. I'm gonna swatch a few anyway. Did they show up? See, I can't ever tell. I don't think they show up that well. But anyway, very nice colors. Now, the majority of these are rather neutral. So, and I mean, I would say that they're not quite as pigmented as maybe the chocolate bar palettes. With that being said, they're still, like, they're comparable to the Everything Nice palette, which I got last year, which was the bigger Too Faced palette. Similar in quality. The blushes seem similar. They're pigmented, like that's what I've got on my cheeks today. I used this bronzer as well, and it all performs very similar to what I had in the Christmas palettes. Again, not quite as pigmented, I would say, as the chocolate bar palettes. But with that being said, it doesn't take much to build them. They last all day. You get a great color payoff with them. So I've got no complaints. So the next palette is this green one. I would say that this is the most versatile palette as far as just being able to put it in your purse or travel with it and have enough to do a full look. So you have Pot de Crème. Actually, that's the color that I used today on my lid, or like on my brow bone. So I don't know if I've ever used that one in there. But anyway, you have Pot de Crème, Fifi, and La Femme, and those are all matte shades. And then you've got some shimmers down here, and then this one that has kind of a chunkier gold glitter in it. I don't think it would translate much, and it wouldn't take much to tap off that glitter, but beautiful, beautiful shades. And that's the primary shades that I use today are from this palette. I used all 3 of these. And then I also used this blush and the other one. I used as much as I possibly could because I'm always doing things just slightly in excess. Problem? Maybe? I'm not sure. Anyway, great little palette here. The colors perform awesome. And like I said, because you've got the matte shades in, it's quite versatile. And then the last palette, this is the more kind of smoky palette. So you've got a nice black in here. This color is similar to one that was in the Everything Nice palette. I haven't tried to use it, but it seems fairly pigmented. I heard that on the shadow, it doesn't translate as pigmented, but again, to me, you just build it up. So this one has 2 mattes. It has Rendezvous, which would make a great transition shade, and Noir, which is the black. And then you've got 3 shimmery shades, and then one kind of purple with, or it's black with purple glitters in it. Again, I think you'd have to use a Fix Plus or something like that to make sure that or like you can get different glitter, gluey type stuff to put on your eyelid. Otherwise, I don't think that glitter would stay. I watched one girl do it where she dipped her brush in it and then she kind of banged it and all the glitter fell off and you were left with a matte black. The other thing that's cool about all the cheap products is you can use them as another eyeshadow. So that's another possibility for you. So overall, I am very impressed with these. The other thing that's cool about them, like first of all, they're darling by themselves, but if you wanted to, you could gift them. They've got a to and from on the back. So you could purchase this and then split it up and then share with friends. I'm going to keep mine because I'm a makeup junkie. But you could always give them away. So I think that's a really neat idea. And again, I just think that this box is the cutest thing ever. I'm gonna find a place to put it too because I'm sorry, that's just blinking special. And fun for kids. So if you've got a daughter, you could give her the box afterwards. So anyway, yeah, really, really enjoyed this palette. I will get right to the look now and then we'll just talk afterwards. I'm going to start by using my matte paint pot in soft ochre as my base for the eyeshadows. And I always go underneath the lid as well so that the shadow that I put under my lash line will stay put for the whole day. Now I'm going to go into this green palette and I'm going to take this, it's called Pot de Crème, and it's just this cream color, and I'm going to put that all over my lid just to set the paint pot. I don't know if this is necessary, but it just makes the shadows go on nicer. Now with that base, like with the paint pot and then that light wash over top, my shadows will stay put for the whole day. Now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to go into the color Fifi, and it's this color right there. I'm going to take this all over the crease as my transition color. Don't forget that with these palettes, even though you've got a blush, I could totally use this blush color as another transition shade and it would work fantastic. In fact, I might try that next time. Now I'd say that these shadows aren't quite as pigmented as other Too Faced shadows, just a little bit lighter. That actually sometimes works to a person's benefit if they're heavy-handed. Just being able to build it up with a couple more layers works well. They're still excellent and they're definitely pigmented, but just maybe not quite as much as some of the others. Now I'm going to go into the pink palette and I'm going to go into the color Toot Sweet. I'm going to go back into the green palette to La Femme, which is this dark chocolate brown. And I'm gonna just use a smaller fluffy brush. This is just gonna go in the outer crease. Now I'm gonna take just my Morphe M200 and just give this all a blend. Now I'm going to take a teeny weeny little fluffy brush and I'm gonna go back into Toot Sweet and I'm gonna put that all down my lower lash line. So I'm going to go into this peachy color right here called Fleur, and I'm gonna apply that on my lid. This is a beautiful shade. It's kind of a peachy pink with gold reflex. Then I'm gonna take my small fluffy brush and with no additional product, I'm just gonna go like this just to get rid of the shimmery light shade that transferred up past my mobile lid. Now I'm going to take a teeny weeny little fluffy brush and I'm gonna go back into Toot Sweet and I'm gonna put that all down my lower lash line. And one more time into the green, into the La Femme color with an angled brush just to join up kind of the lower lash line with the top. And then I'm gonna take it just kind of into the lash line a ways. So those are the shades that I'm using from Le Grand Chateau, but I'm actually gonna do one extra step. Now, this is by Physicians Formula, and I do not know what it's called, but I thought it was just a little Christmas palette that they had last year, but you can get it still, and it's this glittery thing, and it has all these pretty peachy shades. And what I did recently was I took MAC Fix Plus, wet my brush, and then put it into this shade here, and it just gives a little extra edge to the peachiness. So I'm gonna do that for you today. So here's my concealer brush. I just take the MAC Fix Plus and just spritz a bit on the brush like that, and then I usually just kind of dab it on the back of my hand, and then I put it into the product. And you can use this without using Fix Plus, but it just doesn't necessarily stay put as well. And then I just pat it onto the eyelash, I pat it onto the eyelid. Now I got something in my eye. So I don't know if you can tell the difference between the two, but it doesn't really change the color of this. I love the color, but it just adds a bit of glitz to it. The last color I'm going to use is this color in the black palette, and it's called Le Marais, and it's just kind of a white shade, and I'm going to just put that right there. One more time into the Pot de Crème, just as my brow bone highlight. Now, I've heard some people say that they get fallout just doing that look and just lightly tapping into my brushes. I didn't get any fallout, even using those dark shades. So this is what I have so far. Now I'm going to go into my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk, and I'm gonna line my waterline. Then I'm going to use my NYC Black Liquid Liner to line the upper lid. So now I'm going to put mascara on and put lashes on, and then I'll be back to do my cheeks, and yeah, see you in a second. So now I'm going to put the blush on, but before I do that, I'm going to use, I'm kind of going to use all three of the cheek products. So there's this bronzer called Jolie. Now it's got quite a lot of shimmer on, but what I found was that it doesn't really transfer, like it doesn't look shimmery on, at least I don't think it does. So we're going to give it a go. Yeah, to me it doesn't look shimmery at all. It maybe has a bit of a satin finish, but it definitely looks more shimmery in the package. Now in the green palette, there is a peach blush called Mademoiselle, and in the black palette, there is a pinky colored blush called, what is it called? Très Fab. So I'm going to use that pinky colored one today. Actually, I'm gonna mix the two together, but primarily it'll be the pink. And then, kind of as usual lately, I'm gonna use this big duo fiber brush. I like doing this, I put on my, what was it? My brain just went dead. Luminizer by the Balm. I did that and I did my contour, did the bronzer, did the cheeks, but I always like taking my brush and just kind of blending the two together just to finish it off. So I will put my lipstick back on and then we'll chat a little bit more. So this is obviously the final result of using the Too Faced Le Grand Chateau palette. I want to say thanks again, Lori, for blessing me with this awesome little trio of palettes. I couldn't be happier with it. I love the quality, I love the colors, and they stay put all day, and the big thumbs up for me. So have a great week and we'll talk to you soon.